Hello parents, my name is Miss Angela. I'm an early interventionist, and on this channel I work with parents right here in real time. We work on strategies and skills to get their children talking, communicating, engaging with the world around them, and thriving. This at the same time develops a skill and a confidence level in parents where they feel like they don't have to wait for someone to come into their home. Because honestly, the way things are going right now in the world of early intervention is there are not a lot of people who can come and help you. So that's what this channel is for. So in the last video, I spoke about getting your child to start communicating by pointing. And in this video, I want to do something different because I know a lot of families are out there on YouTube looking up autism. What is autism? What does it look like? Could their child be autistic? And it's a very scary moment for them. But if you just received an autism diagnosis, or if your child has a speech delay and you're not exactly sure if it's autism, it could be. And it could be that maybe it's been, they missed it. Your child could have autism, because I've gone into situations where a child just has a speech delay, and I'm specifically on that case just to monitor the child and see if, from my experience, I notice whether or not the child is displaying signs of autism. Now, I am not a psychologist, okay? I do not have the ability to officially diagnose a child with autism. But from me working in this field for 18 years, working with children with autism, working with children with speech delays, I have worked with children with just a speech delay, and then I've worked with children who they thought it was just a speech delay, but according to what I see going on with that child, that it's autism. But I can't say, hey, I think your child has autism. I have to now speak to my higher ups and say, hi, I've seen these behaviors in the child, and therefore I'm requesting a psychological evaluation. Then the child gets evaluated by the psychologist, and then they make the diagnosis. But I know what it looks like because I've been doing this for so long. I've worked with so many families, so many children. So what I want to do in this video is share with you some of the things that I see when I go into a home. Now, keep in mind that every child is different. Every child's behaviors are they don't necessarily mean that they have autism. It could be so many different things. But I'm going to tell you some of the things that I see. Now, this video, I don't like making long videos because if your child has special needs, you don't have time to be watching a video that's, 15, 20 minutes long. So my videos are short and to the point. And if I go over the time that I intend to, then I continue in another video. So let me show you some of the things that I see when I go into a home. So a parent, I may ask a parent, well, how does he play with toys? Because that's a big indication on how a child is functioning and their language development and where they are. So if I see that, a lot of times the parents say, oh yeah, he plays with toys. But then when I actually go in there and I see and I just observe the child, like the mom takes out the cars, then I see the child playing with a toy in a specific way. Like they'll line up, those little Matchbox cars, they'll line them up like on a ledge, like right in front of the television, and line them up, not in any particular order, just line them up so they're touching each other. And then the child will get down on their knees and look at it and look at that line of cars like this, right? I notice that. Or they may turn their head and look at it out of the side of their eyes while they're moving their head across the line. I see that a lot. And I see a very common one is where they take the toy, or they take a stroller, they turn a stroller upside down and they spin the wheels and just watch them spin. And sometimes when they're spinning, they're like stimming. We'll talk about stimming later, but like they're doing stuff with their fingers or their body. Or they'll take a toy that, I don't know if you guys know that toy where you put it on a base and then it has like this thing sticking up, and then you put all the pieces, and as the pieces go down to the bottom, they spin. So a child may take that toy and just put the pieces on there just to watch it spin. Then they'll be watching it spin and then stimming like this while they see the pieces go down. So, or another thing with the spinning is the ceiling fan in the home. If the ceiling fan is on, sometimes they're just watching the ceiling fan spin, or the child may spin their bodies themselves. They may be on the floor or standing up and just spinning around. And it's really dangerous because they could fall and like hit their heads. But those are some of the things I notice. I may also notice that some children, like, you know, some of these small apartments in the city, they have these long hallways, and the child will walk down the hallway, and I'll notice them walking down the hallway and looking out at the wall, at the corner of their eye like that. So doing a lot of interesting things, different things with their eyes. What else do I notice? I notice a lot of these children are extremely picky eaters, like extremely, like they'll only eat things that are white or light colored, or they'll only eat, they have aversion to certain textures. And it's not that all children with autism have aversion to particular textures, but this one child's profile may show like, oh, this child does not like mushy stuff. Like they don't like oatmeal. They don't like the feel of oatmeal in their mouth. Or another sensory thing is they might not, a lot of children with autism are like this, like they do not like to get their hands dirty for anything. If you start painting with them, or you make a mistake, you get a little marker on their finger, oh boy, you gotta make sure you have some wipes and something that can get that off, because they do not like that feeling on their hand. I don't know what it is about it, but they have an aversion to a lot of textures if they get on their hands or their feet. So mud, like sometimes I blow bubbles a lot, and if the bubble falls on the floor and they touch it, it gets on their hands. Oh no, they're wiping it off on you and everything. So those are just a couple of things I see with children with autism. There's so many more things, but I will share it in another video, because I don't like to make long videos. I like to make short videos, because I know the parents who are watching them have little kids that they have to tend to. So families, let me know what you're seeing. Tell me in the comments, have you seen any of these things that I mentioned in this video? The spinning of the wheels, spinning their body, any stimming, anything like that? Let me know in the comments what you're experiencing, and if there's anything that you want to know, let me know, because I'll make a video. All right, I'll see you in the next video.